We got a horrible vibration in the blower motor in this F-150. Could be a mouse, rat, I have no idea. Something got into the blower motor cage, so let's take a look. So today I'm working on this F-150. It's mine, and I just had a new windshield put in, and I'm starting to think that I am extremely disappointed. I went to a local shop instead of Safelite and some place like that, thinking I would get a better install and better service. But a few things have come up since then, and I hope it's not their issue, but it might be. So first thing, I hear a little rumbling in the blower motor, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But when I took my floor mat out, I have these nice WeatherTech floor mats, been in here since new, so you know, this is a 2010 model, but it's in very good shape. And you can see I have a wet meter here, and this, let's put this on here. This carpet is dry. But if I take this and you feel it over here, it feels really wet. You see, it is wet right here. Now this F-150 has never leaked on the carpet right here, but we're going to check that out in a second. But first I want to show you the reason why I pulled it underneath the shop. So I'm going to see if you can hear this. I'm going to turn my air conditioner on, and I'm going to turn my blower motor all the way up. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is vibrating throughout the entire vehicle. And the blower motor in these F-150s are right here. And that thing is vibrating like crazy. So what I'm thinking is either a mouse, cat, rat, something went up in there, or when they were putting this windshield in, they dropped a piece of something down in this vent, because they had to take this vent off. And I'm looking here, and you can see my weather stripping on this area is really bad, and they should have told me about that. I'm going to have to pull this up and inspect what they did. I'm also going to pull out the blower motor, and because when I was riding down the road, I heard this giant like crash, boom, bam in there, and then it started making that vibration. So let's pull the motor out and see what we see. So this thing has three 8mm bolts. I've already taken two of them out. Another one thing you got to do is remove this pigtail here. So basically just pinch it and pull it out. I got one more to take back there, and it should fall out. Lord knows what I'm going to find up in there. Again, I don't know what I'm going to find in here. You are seeing it when I see it. I'm taking out this last bolt, and here we go. I may have to get both hands. Let's see. Yeah, come on. Aha. Interesting. So that's the culprit right there. No idea what that is from. We're going to have to take a look. Okay, so I have no idea what that is. Let me know in the comments if you have a clue what that is. The blower motor seems to be intact and not damaged, so that's a good thing, because those are expensive. This is the original OEM, made in Brazil. That's interesting. You figured, you know, Fomoco, Ford Motor Company, you figured it would be made in the United States, but that's back in 2010 too. That's where we live in, I guess. So anyway, so that's good. This should still be good now that it is Should be back in balance. Now I got to figure out where that came from. Let's go take a look. All right, I couldn't see up in anything or see anything up there, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this piece off. You know what? Another thing that irritates me. Look, they didn't line the wipers up when they put the windshield back on. See how this one's way too low? Actually, when it goes on high speed, it hits down there. I mean, that's just taking no pride in your work. It's very sad. Some of these F-150s, it's easy. You just lift up this little, there's a little lever right here. Sometimes you might need to get a screwdriver, and it should come right up. Come on. Just like that. I'll take off the other one. As you can see, we got a little situation here. I mean, my goodness, they should have told me or warned me or something. Once you get your wiper arms off, you've got to remove these little Christmas tree fasteners here. All right, I think there's another one on the other side. We'll do that. All right, now we'll pop the hood and see if there's any other connections. You got to remember your spigot for your washers are always on these things usually. Right, it looks like this thing just lifts up. This is the spigot for the washer, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And it comes in two pieces. Let's see. See, my goal is to look down up in here and clean it out or see what must have fallen. All right, I got it off. This is the little gasket they had all jammed up in there, but I think this was of no consequence. It keeps a little water out from under the hood, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. So once you remove that, this is how you get to your wiper motor if you ever need to change that. And you can also clean out any critters and leaves that get up in here. So when I stuck my head underneath the dash, I saw some leaves over here. So I'm going to see what I can see. I'm probably going to have to shut this in order to be able to get access to that. All right, I have no idea where that little piece came from. I looked back up in there with a mirror and with my borescope, and everything is clean up in there. So now that the purpose of the video was really to figure out what was in that, what was making this thing vibrate, and we found out, but I have no clue what this is. So I mean, it could be something that that the shop dropped in, because that vent does go through to the area where it sucks in air, but there's a little grid over it, and I don't know how that would have went through it. So I really have no idea what this is. But what I do know is that when I put this back in, it should not vibrate anymore. And the install of this windshield, I'm still out to lunch on that. We have had a lot of rain here lately. Maybe some got in, and just from opening the door, I really don't know. But time will tell. We'll see. And just as a side note, this is interesting. This is the main computer, but the body of the computer is actually in the cowl where all the water goes through. Now, I guess it's sealed because I never really had a problem with that, and this thing's got over 200,000 miles. But that's an interesting design, and to me, a very high risk. Why would you put the computer in the cowl? But I guess those engineers know more than me. And I'm just going to remove what's left of this little piece here, because obviously this is not doing any good. And it probably is rattling in the wind. So the installation is just the reverse. I mean, I'm not going to show you that. Just put it up in there. There's only 3 8mm bolts, and then plug it in, and you should be good to go. Okay, it's all buttoned back up. We should not have any vibration. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's all the way up. Let's put it on. Make sure I got good air coming out. Yep. Yeah, works good, no vibration. So problem solved. The more I look at it, this is some type of knob. You see that piece right there? That's kind of a pointer. And you've got splines on here where you turn it. So I bet that during the windshield installation that it fell in, now that I'm looking at it. Well, the culprit turned out to be this little piece of rubber. I have no idea where it came from. Maybe from the windshield installation. I really don't know. But the F-150 is back nice and quiet on the blower motor. I'd rather spend an hour under the dash any day than paying a $800 a month truck note. So y'all have a great day.